The time is finally here. I've held this in for way too long, but not anymore. You deserve to know. The TikTok you're seeing made $43,000 with a single video without ever showing their real face. It's honestly pretty crazy, but what most people don't know is how easy this is. In this video, I'll show you everything you need to know to start your own TikTok automation business. Most importantly, I'll show you that going viral has literally nothing to do with luck. The TikTok algorithm is a calculated formula, and if you understand it, you can go viral every time you post. All of the gurus out there will tell you to post some random podcast clips and expect them to go viral, which is just not the case. Not to mention, TikTok won't monetize clips like that anymore. I knew there had to be a better way, something that is easily monetizable and not too time-consuming to create. So I went on a mission and locked myself in my room and researched all the faceless niches out there. I searched through everything from Reddit stories, quizzes, would you rather, and some, let's say, other edits. And then I found it, a 100% monetizable niche pulling millions of views. So I researched even more, looking at all the most successful accounts, and came up with this 6-step formula these accounts use to scale to hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of views. You don't even need any prior experience. All you gotta do is watch this video all the way to the end, and you'll be able to go from not even having an account to being a profitable TikTok automation expert. But here's the thing, for this to work, you gotta follow through with the entire formula and don't skip any steps. If you skip any parts of this formula, you won't be able to recreate their success. So I guess you've probably scrolled on TikTok lately and come across one of these history POV videos. They don't seem like much, but owners of these accounts are actually making absolute bank from these videos. Take this account, for example. They got almost 43 million views on this video. With TikTok paying $1 per 1,000 views, it likely brought in somewhere around $40,000 to $43,000. And it's literally created with AI in just a few minutes. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you will know how to create these videos so that you can also tap into this opportunity. But before that, for you to be able to create a viral video, you first need to understand what makes a video go viral. Let me explain it for you. It all starts with you posting a video. The algorithm will then decide whether it's a good or bad video, and the decision comes down to one simple thing. First, your video gets pushed to 200 people. The algorithm will then check how many people engaged with your video. If the video performed well with those 200 views, it'll reach the next stage. If it doesn't, it won't get shown to more people. You might have heard people talking about the 200 view jail, basically that your videos are stuck on 200 views. This is the reason that happens to so many people. Their videos simply didn't get enough engagement to reach the next stage. So if you ever think you're shadow banned because you get no more than 200 views, it's not true. Your video simply didn't perform well enough. Anyway, at the next stage, the video will get pushed to 1,000 views, but here it'll need even more engagement to get to the next stage. This process will then repeat itself. Basically, you need to get as many people as possible to engage with your video, and this is exactly what I'll show you in this video, the secret tricks to get maximum engagement on your post. Now, before we get into the actual tutorial, there's a big problem you need to know about. TikTok actually only monetizes accounts based in a few specific countries, like the US and the UK. And if you're not from there, as of now, you won't be able to make any money from your videos. Or at least that's what many people think. Recently, I stumbled across this website that helps people get monetized, no matter the circumstances. Basically, they found a way to create accounts based in countries, like let's say the UK, meaning they can get monetized from anywhere in the world. Not only that, normally you'd have to reach 10,000 followers before you can make any money from your video. But they have these pre-monetized accounts that already have 10,000 organically grown followers, meaning you can make money from your first post. And if this helps you, I personally use them whenever I want to get into a niche like this one. Might also be worth to mention that all people that order an account get a warranty, meaning that if anything happens, they give you a new account for free. So if you want to save yourself some time and make money right away from your first post, this might be a good option. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to check it out, and use my code GROWWITHAI and get a little surprise. Anyway, now that we understand the algorithm and have our account ready, let's create the actual video. So the first step of the formula is to set up your profile. The goal here is not only to make it visually appealing, but also to make it show up when people search for keywords related to your niche. For this to happen, your profile needs to have these 3 things. First, you need to come up with a name, which I usually just use ChatGPT for, so I'll write that. I'm about to start a TikTok account in the history POV niche, and I want 10 name suggestions. Then, you want to just take the one you like best and have that as your username. You'll also have the option to choose a nickname, and here you want to add some keywords that are relevant to your niche. This doesn't make the biggest difference. It just helps TikTok categorize your account a bit more. So I'll write my name and add something like history and POV. This way, your account will be shown when people are searching for those keywords. Next, you want to add a bio. Keep this short and packed with keywords, something like this. Lastly, you need a profile picture that sends the right signals, something that will make people actually want to click on it. Unless you're some kind of graphic designer, I'd recommend you do this with AI. So what you want to do is head over to ChatGPT and ask it to generate a design idea for a TikTok account, followed by your niche, and it'll give you a detailed design idea. But since we can't use this in an image generator, you want to ask ChatGPT to turn the response into a text prompt. Next, we're going to generate the prompt in an AI image generator. I'll be using Leonardo.ai, but you can really go with whatever software you like. Leonardo is free and works great, so why not? Also, just as a reminder, for all the tools I mentioned throughout the video, they're actually linked in the description, so you can access them easily. Once you're in Leonardo, click on Image Creation and paste the prompt into this box right here. Before you hit generate, you want to click on this button that says presets in the top right here. You can choose from a bunch of styles Leonardo will create your image in, depending on which one you choose. For profile pictures, I've noticed that the graphic design preset gives some really good results, but it depends on what style you want to go for. Anyway, once you've selected a preset, you want to hit generate, take a look at the result, and download your favorite one. Then all you gotta do is upload it to your profile in TikTok. Also, if you want to use a real picture, you can do that too, as long as it makes sense. Anyway, so now our profile is ready, and it's time we get into the actual video creation. It all starts with the prompts for the visuals. This is, without a doubt, the most important part of the entire formula. A bad prompt equals bad performance, because if the video doesn't provide any value, there's really no reason for the viewer to engage with it, which will lead to the video flopping. Okay, so writing the prompt. There are two ways you can go about it. You can either sit down and do it yourself, but since you probably have no idea what you're doing, I'd recommend you go with the second option, using AI. First, head over to ChatGPT and open up a new chat. We're starting off by telling it that he is a great video creator and what we want to do. This will ensure that we get the best results possible later on. Then we're giving him a few examples of POV videos, like POV, you wake up on the Titanic in 1912, what effect it should have on the viewer. And for now, you can just copy this whole prompt from me and generate it. Now you have to pick a topic of your video. You can find these topics by scrolling through the TikTok profiles and pick the best performing ones. Or if you have your own idea, feel free to paste it in like this. But remember, you have to ask it to generate 10 different scenes from a day in the life. Once you have your prompt ready, hit generate and it'll write the entire thing for you. With this ready, we need to make the viral animated visual. But it all starts here. We need to ask ChatGPT to give us detailed prompts for each scene. Then we will take the prompts and generate actual images out of it. But now you need to specify that each prompt should have at least 4 or 5 detailed sentences and be in first-person view. And you need to tell it to generate prompts for Kling.ai. This will be very important later on in this video, so make sure to include that. All of this will ensure that we get the best result we want. With that out of the way, hit generate. If you've made it this far, drop a like and leave a comment. It helps me out a lot and lets me keep digging up more crazy stuff for you guys. So now, finally, let's move on to the image generation. To do that, we will use a free AI image generator. Pick Lumen. It's completely free, which is nice. You can also try using Leonardo AI, but I tried it myself and couldn't get the exact images we needed. If you managed to make it work, let me know in the comments. So head over to Picklumen and sign up. Once you are in, on the left, click on the create button and you will be presented with this. Now, copy the first prompt from the ChatGPT and paste it into this box right here. But before you hit generate, we need to change the settings to get the best results. So first click on model, it's this thing right here, and choose Picklumen Art V1. Then, next to it, you need to change the aspect ratio to 9:16, which all of you know is for short form content. Once that's done, hit generate. And after a few seconds, Picklumen has generated us these images, and they are perfect, exactly what we want. Now all you gotta do is repeat this process for all the 10 scenes. By the way, don't forget to download them. So now that we have the images ready, we will animate them. And for that, we will use both Kling.ai and Hailuo AI to save you time, because the free membership wait times are, let's say, a bit too long. And I saw your comments when we used Kling.ai. So go back to ChatGPT and copy the animation prompt. Oh, and by the way, you can get all the prompts used in this video inside my free Discord channel. Go to the free resources tab and look for a link labeled TikTok POV. It'll save you some valuable time. Link for the community is down below. Now, open Kling.ai, click on this video creation icon, and upload your first image in here. Paste your first prompt in the prompt box. And for the settings, all you have to change is creativity down here. Set it around 0.7 and hit generate. While you are waiting, open Hailuo.ai, sign up, and all that. When you are done, click on create video up here. Make sure the image to video option is selected. Upload your second image and paste the second prompt. Then click here on the camera settings and choose the camera shake option, and then generate the images, and repeat this process for all the images. And then we can get right into the editing. The editing is probably the easiest part. There's really not a lot to do except putting the visuals and adding some sound effects together. I'll use CapCut since I don't want to spend a bunch of money on some expensive editing software, but you can use whatever software you like. You also don't need any advanced features for this, so CapCut will do. First thing you want to do is obviously create a new project. Then you want to click on import and start uploading the visuals. Now, all you got to do is start adding the visuals one by one. If you have any watermark on your visuals, what you need to do is extend the image just like this. It's an important thing to do because having a watermark on your videos is a huge red flag these days. So take your time time and make sure all the watermarks are gone. Now, we need to make it even more engaging, and we do that by adding sound effects and music. It will literally tie everything together, trust me. And the best part, if we take a look at the prompts that we generated at the beginning, there are sound effects mentioned in them, which is good because we don't have to spend time thinking of what sound effect to use. But we need to get the sound effects from somewhere, right? So head over to Pixabay, select the sound effect option, and then just copy the sound effects from ChatGPT and paste them here. Download the ones you like the most. It's that easy. Upload everything to CapCut and start adding the sound effects to each scene. Just be careful here and don't make it too loud, or people will leave comments like, "Thanks, I'm literally deaf after watching that video." I usually set it to around -20. Now, we need to add transitions to make the video feel more smooth and give it that extra touch. So up here, click on transition and look for a black fade transition and apply it to all the clips like this. And the last thing we're going to add is a title that clearly shows what our video is about. This small touch will take our video to a whole new level. However, the standard template looks terrible, so we need to spice it up a bit. You can do this by clicking on effects, and you will have hundreds of styles to choose from. This one, for example, once you found one, click on it, and it'll automatically be added to the captions. This is a personal preference, but you can change it however you like. Click on basic, and you'll be able to edit it. Set the color you want to make it pop out a bit more. It's always good to make a custom one for yourself. That way, people will immediately know it's your video and stop scrolling. And finally, we can export the video. It's important you set the frame rate to 60 and the resolution to 1080 to maximize the quality. Now, hit download. And yeah, now you just want to stick to a consistent posting schedule. Too many people expect to see success on their first video, which is just not how the algorithm works. You need to give it some time to pick up on your videos, and you'll start to see the views compounding every time you post. Anyways, that's it for this video. See ya.